What is your first thought about term public speaking? What emotions does it bring up in your head? Please, now, think about your three associations. And I don't accept the answers that it's about TEDx or ideas worth spreading. That would be too easy. Please, think now about your three associations about public speaking. Why am I asking you this? You see, I'm a trainer, actor, master of ceremonies, man of many parts of public speaking. I like it. I love it. And when I was working on this TEDx speech, my friend threw me a slogan. Matt, you know a lot about speaking. You have to tell them that speaking is an art. And that made me curious. Was your first thought about public speaking an art? Or maybe your thought about public speaking was that it's about this dry, formal, soulless business presentations that suck the life out of you through endless slides and numbers. Ugh. Or maybe your first thought, your feeling about public speaking, it's like being that one guy in a horror movie that everyone knows will die. Yeah, sweaty palms, shaky voice, pounding heart, wishing you'd just run away and then slash. Presentation starts and you die. Curious about what other people think about public speaking, I did a little experiment. I asked my friends and family circle what are their associations. And luckily, my friends and family circle resembles a freshly skewered kebab in terms of demographic structure. So many levels of education, many ages, many experiences spoke their minds about public speaking. And their associations I divided into three groups. Group number one had a very neutral associations with public speaking, like microphone, stage, or important presentation. Group number two had a very positive associations, stuff like pride, inspiration, and energy. And I think you can guess that the group number three had a very negative associations like stress, trauma, lying, or worst of all, politicians. Don't get me wrong, those are not wrong. They are just results of our different experiences, different failures and victories. But what if I told you that public speaking, like any form of art, is about expression, is about creating a moments of connection with other people, a moments of adventure, and moments of self-reflection. In next 15 minutes, I will give you hints for creating those three special moments, starting with connection. Dr. Polly Wisner from University of Utah studied how public gatherings and storytelling practices influence the functioning of African Bushman tribes. How does it work for them? And what she described is a perfect example how public speaking can create stronger bonds between ourselves. Quoting, "Stories told by firelight put listeners on the same emotional wavelength, elicited understanding, trust, and sympathy, and built positive reputations for qualities like humor, congeniality, and innovation." I don't know about you, but I'm lighting fires like once or twice per year, so I guess with that frequency of people bonding, I will find girlfriend in maybe 20, 30 fires, something like that, yeah. So how else can we light a fire? At the very start of my career as a trainer, I was offered an opportunity. I was to design 1 week-long training program for Erasmus Youth Exchange. Awesome. But there was a catch. 2. 1, never did something so huge before. And 2, I was assigned a partner that I knew nothing about for this project. What could go wrong, right? Nevertheless, highly motivated and highly scared, I took on the opportunity. First meeting with my new partner for this project, Aneta, didn't seem like much, just another beginner trainer looking to get some experience. So we established the scope of the work, divided that work between us, and off you go. See you there. Good luck. So it was only during the workshops, during the youth exchange, that I finally had a chance to really get to know Aneta, listen to her. Have you ever met someone, listened to someone, and like lightning, it comes to you that you've met someone remarkable, someone that you really want in your life? This is how I felt when I listened to Aneta and her workshops, what she wanted to give to our listeners. And this is what she told me after the project, how she felt towards me. Those fires by which we build stronger connection, deeper relationships, you can light anywhere you speak. At the university, in your work, on your hobby club meetings. Thanks to Aneta, thanks to that youth exchange, I created my first association with public speaking. That it's about connection. And thanks to learning that, I was later able to live through the best experiences of my life. Do we have gamers with us today? Any gamers here on the class? Thank you. Perfect. Do you like RPGs? Yes, I love RPGs myself. This is one of my favorite types of games, as RPG stands for role-playing game. In this type of games, for those who are not gamers, in these types of games, we took on the role of fictional heroes and live fantastic adventures in more or less fictional worlds. Why are those so popular? RPGs are absurdly popular because, among other needs, of course, they fulfill our most basic, most primal need for entertainment, our drive to learn, and our need to experience exciting stories. Now, do you see the correlation? The same needs that can be fulfilled by a story-rich, entertaining public presentation. But let's get back to RPGs. Those are usually experienced through board games or computer screen. But in the 80s, a group of enthusiasts pushed those boundaries even further and created LARPs. What are those? Imagine you put on the armor yourself, take the sword in your own hand and go on an adventure like those from the Lord of the Rings. This is what I and 300 other madmen experienced this year during the live action role-playing game called LARP Gothic. And in that game, we fought for survival, we created our own settlements, and built connections, relationships between our characters. And you know what? None of these, none would be possible without being authentic in the roles we created, without having skills and self-confidence to tackle on any difficulty, any difficult situation, and being persuasive towards other people. The same skills, the same set of skills needed for public speaking. So, having the skill to connect with other people and having self-confidence to take on any opportunity, we can finally face the most difficult challenge the public speaking can bring at us: self-reflection. In ancient Greece, theater was a place of presenting a creative act. At the start, as a way of honoring the gods, soon its role expanded to entertainment and education. So the theater was a place of observing human decisions, human weaknesses, and human mistakes. Could it be the place of mind purification? Could it be the place of self-improvement, self-reflection? In May this year, I had a fantastic opportunity to finally play in my first big comedy play called Bettina. And in that play, a wealthy nobleman prepares for the wedding with his beloved Bettina, famous opera singer. However, on the way of the happiness stands nobleman's pride, impulsiveness, and his gambling addiction, his failures, his mistakes. And you know what I discovered during the preparation for the play? It was shockingly easy for me to understand this character, to understand his emotions, as I had similar decisions, similar mistakes, and similar scars from my past. And as I was shouting, and my beautiful stage wife, as we argued and lied to each other, I easily entered his emotions and his habits. Habits that in my past hurt other people. It wasn't pleasant. But you know what that gave me? I felt like I was a passenger next to a driver in a car, and I could observe my past decisions that brought me here where I am today, and reflect on decisions that I never want to repeat again. So, can be theater, public speaking, a way of therapy, a way of improvement, a way of self-reflection? According to studies conducted at German and English universities on drama therapy, the essence of that studies presented in Qualitative Psychology magazine, yes, those type of activities can bring better understanding of yourself, new insight, and help regulate emotions. The same things I observed during my work as a trainer, as an actor, and MC. But it takes, to speak about your mistakes, it takes a lot of courage. courage, skills, and self-confidence to create those moments of self-reflection. Do you remember from the beginning of this presentation what were your associations with public speaking? None of these were wrong. They are just the result of our upbringing, our environment, but also our own decisions. So if you never connected with anyone by speaking about your ideas, your values, consider trying that. If you never lived through the thrill of arguing and negotiation and oratory skirmish, maybe consider joining the debate club or RPG session. And if you never reflected on your past decisions, past mistakes, sharing them could be a powerful lesson. So, let's try this one more time. What is your first thought about public speaking?